Beautiful night here.
It is so pretty. The sun is shining so brightly on the water. It's like magic.
Yeah, it is.
It never ceases to amaze me. You know, when the sun shines on the water or the snow, it's like twinkling diamonds, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Captain, say hello. So, I've been noticing a lot of signs lately.
Signs like stop signs.
No?
What kind of
I
signs?
probably don't notice those as much as I should, but that's because you're usually driving when we're out. Different signs. I was sitting out on our deck the other day, and these two hummingbirds, the captain and I were sitting out there, these two hummingbirds literally came within a dime's width of the captain and I. And it was just so fascinating, and that's been happening a lot, where birds especially, but other living creatures are coming towards me. And I don't know if it's something that I'm doing that's drawing them in, or if I'm just noticing it more.
Well, that could be, but I think, yeah, we notice that stuff all the time. But it's, it's significant too when something happens like that, and maybe you had a thought, like you're going to make a move to do something, and then something like that happens, and you take it as a sign.
Right.
Yeah, because it feels good. It feels like someone's trying to tell you something, right?
Exactly.
Like, you look at, I was doing this the other day, I don't know what it was, I was making a decision to do something. Should I do this? And I looked at the clock, and it was, 4:01, so 11:11. And you're like, well, I guess that I should be doing that, right?
Right.
You take it as a sign. And
why do we take it as a sign?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Did that emanate from some, long ago, I don't know, philosophy, or is it a superstition? And, I'm so curious to know if other people do the same thing. Like, take these things that are happening as some sort of a sign. And sometimes, like you said, you're thinking about something and the sign comes. This happened to us the first time we ever went to Costa Rica. We ran into 3 people in probably a 1-hour time frame that all brought up Costa Rica to us.
Oh, before we went.
Before we ever went.
Right.
And we were trying to decide we wanted to go somewhere for a month, and we said, that's it.
Yeah, right.
That's
So we
the
took it as a
sign.
sign. The third person that day, we said, we're doing it.
Right, and we did.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal. But sometimes these things happen and I don't know why they're happening, which is more intriguing because they keep happening, but I don't know exactly why. And so the unfolding of it is super fascinating as well. But I'm just curious if anybody else takes these things as a sign or a sign of a loved one. I mean, we met this beautiful woman who had lost her 3-year-old daughter to oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was. It was from a mosquito bite, and they lived in a very small country, and we met her on a ship, and she said that every time she sees a yellow butterfly, she just knows it's her daughter.
Right.
And I've said many times with pets that we've lost, as soon as I see a rabbit, I know that was Maisie or Max. And, we were out with your dad and Kathy once, and this dragonfly, the most beautiful dragonfly, landed right here on your dad. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And we said, well, that must be a sign from Jason. And we just had, or how about this? When you and all of your brothers were going to visit Jason's grave, and knock, 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 and on heaven's door came on. I mean, is that a sign? Is it a coincidence? Does it mean anything? What's the deal with it?
Well, I think a lot of these things are signs, especially when you're heading down a certain path, and you get certain things that pop up that make you feel like you're going down the right path. And I think we have to take those as signs.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm interested to hear down below what everyone else thinks about this. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from Copper Mountain.
He's doing pretty good, Captain.
I know. So we
Dogs go
paused
by.
because a dog went by and he always barks and he didn't.
Yep. So that means
It's a sign.
take this as a sign to click off on subscribe and join us. Thanks.